advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Hello everyone, you're welcome to Abntv Live. Happy New Year once again. Yes, we are still celebrating because we are alive to see a brand new year. Last year was wonderful, fantastic, amazing in different ways, but this year will be greater. This year will be better. That's our prayer for you, all our viewers, for you, all our vendors. Thank you for all that you do. And yes, we are ready to serve you even better this year. You're welcome to Abntv Live. Remember, we come to you between the hours of 12 and 2 p.m. Central Time. And we right now are transmitting live on Facebook at SHINA OYINLOLA and also on YouTube at Abntv Usa. My name is Bukola Sarah Tebangbo Omo Babae and Dumare, and I'm here to serve today. I'm going quickly to the news updates. We have a few things that's been going around. We woke up to the news that DSS arrest Doyin Okupe at Lagos Airport. Channels Television reports that the Department of State Services, DSS, on Thursday morning arrested a chieftain of the Labour Party, Doyin Okupe, at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. Okupe was built to fly to London via Virgin Atlantic before he was stopped by the secret police. Okupe was the Director General of the campaign of the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi. He resigned in December after Justice Ijeoma Ojukwu of a federal high court in Abuja on December 19, 2022, found him guilty of receiving over 200 million naira cash from former National Security Advisor, NSA, Sambo Dasuki, ruling that his action violated the Money Laundering Act. The court held that Okupe was guilty in counts 34, 35, 36, and 59, and sentenced him to 2 years imprisonment with an option of a fine. And following up on that news, we have a report also from Channels Television where Okupe confirms arrest and says he has been released. A chieftain of the Labour Party was confirmed his arrest by the operatives of the DSS on Thursday morning. Okupe, in a tweet, said he was arrested at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos when he wanted to catch a flight for a medical trip overseas. He, however, said he has been released, adding that security agents apologized to him for the error. Okupe was built to fly to London via Virgin Atlantic before he was apprehended by the secret police. And that's it on Okupe. He confirms that, yes, he was arrested, but he has been released. And going on, you know that we are very close to the presidential election in Nigeria, and a lot of things are flying all around, a lot of basketballs going out there. And we have this from Tunde Ednot, where we found Tinubu calls Peter Obi stingy. I'm sure most of you have seen the video clip, and you know, there's just all manner of things flying around. Hide your head. You know, politics. That's how it has been. And then we also have this coming from the Punch newspaper, where Obi was saying, don't vote sick man. Obi urges Nigerians. Punch newspaper reports that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has advised Nigerians not to hand over the mandate of governing a sick country like Nigeria to a sick man. Obi stated this at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, in continuation of his nationwide campaigns ahead of the February 25 presidential election. This country is sick and should not be handed over to a sick person. I am not saying that anyone is sick. We have been here for over 2 hours. We don't want people who can't stand for 30 minutes, Obi said in an interactive session with the Varsity's business school. He identified character and trust as two cardinal attributes to look out for in the recruitment of leaders to pilot the affairs of the nation for the next 4 years. Yes, that's what he said. We are all reading in between the lines, I am sure. Yes, and Tinubu started it. Obi is responding. What's Atiku saying? We are waiting to hear that too. But beyond all this, our stand here at Abntv remains that let the best man win. Anybody could be sick, and that somebody is sick doesn't mean the person will die before somebody who is not sick. We've seen people who are sick live longer than people who are never sick because they just don't wake up from their sleep, or, you know, they just slump and die or whatever. Anything could happen. But what we stand for is that let the best man get the job, and whoever gets to become the #1 citizen of Nigeria, you know, after the forthcoming election, must be held accountable, because we want positive change in Nigeria. That is what we are all about. And yes, going on to this, coming on from Linda Ikeji blog official, it says, Unizik lecturer delivered of sextuplets says hospital is threatening to stop medication on the babies unless the bill of 19 million is paid. This was released a few hours ago, and it says, a lecturer at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State, Mrs. Ngozi Uzodike, has been delivered of sextuplets. That's 7 babies. Ngozi, who works at the Department of Business Administration, delivered the babies, 2 boys and 5 girls, at Obi Jackson Women and Children Hospital, Okija, Ihiala local government area, last Sunday, January 8th. However, one of the girls died, and the hospital is threatening to stop medication on the remaining 6 babies if they fail to pay the 19 million naira bill. The new mother lamented that she had not been paid salaries since she started working at the institution in December 2020. Speaking to journalists on Wednesday, her husband, Mr. Celestine Uzodike, said they could only pay 1.6 million naira of the 9 million naira billed by the hospital. He lamented that his wife had never earned a kobo as salary, even after she had been promoted from assistant lecturer to lecturer 2. Uzodike, however, appealed to the federal government to pay the 2-year salary arrears owed to the new mother and also come to their aid. The babies came out prematurely at 26th week gestation period, and the hospital said they will need to be placed under intensive care, and each of them will cost 3 million naira. One of them has died, leaving 6 babies. That is why they billed us like that. The mother, who was very weak to speak after the delivery, said, all I want is for the philanthropists, both in Anambra State and Nigeria at large, to come to our aid in order to offset the hospital bill. And yes, that's it. Unizik lecturer delivered of sextuplets says hospital is threatening to stop medication on the babies unless the bill of 19 million naira is paid. This, let me first say to the family, congratulations on the birth of the 7 children. And yes, we're sorry that one of them died. Now, there are 6 of them remaining, and this is an indictment on a whole nation, how those people just make decisions that affect other people's lives this way. So we are calling for philanthropists. People are out there who can conveniently pay the hospital bill. if there are no health insurance, if there is nothing that can be done, if the government is not doing what they ought to do, we have people, and you don't have to hold a title or hold a title before you can do something right. We are calling on people, good people of Nigeria, good people in Anambra State, people all over the world, people in diaspora. You are watching in Houston, you are on Facebook from wherever you are watching us, in Canada, in Australia, in Asia, Europe, wherever you are watching, and you can help this woman. The details are right there. Go on Linda Ikeji Blog Official. I'm sure she can be contacted. And there are details here, so we can all, definitely trace this lady. She needs to be helped. Her husband needs help. Nobody plans to have 6 or 7 children at once. That's a miracle. If it was one, they would have been able to cope, but this is beyond what any single person can conveniently cope with. Please help. Please help. Unizik lecturer delivered of sextuplets says hospital is threatening to stop medication on the babies unless the bill of 19 million naira is paid. Going on to Punch newspaper, we have this coming in. It's an update on this case that's been around for a while about the actress, Empress Njama, and her ex-fiancé. It's been a saga. It's been very, very pathetic. And this is the update right now. It says, nudes, arrest Empress Njama's ex-fiancé. AGN urges the police. This came in less than an hour ago on Punch newspapers, and it says the Actors Guild of Nigeria has called on law enforcement agents to arrest George Wade, the former fiancé of actress Empress Njama, for leaking her nudes. Wade had started leaking the actress nudes via WhatsApp group that he created for the purpose earlier in January, and stated that he had enough material to keep pushing out every day of 2023. In a statement signed by the Director of Communications, Kate Henshaw, on Thursday, the Guild said that it was standing with Njama. Part of the statement read, the National President of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, Ejeze Emeka Rollers, MON, vehemently condemns the release of private videos of our member, Empress Njama, on social media. This act of blackmail, calculated to smear the image and publicly ridicule her by a man who claimed to be her lover, is not only criminal, but also evil and unacceptable. Actors Guild of Nigeria stands with Empress Njama on this and shall provide full support in areas of counseling to help her recover from the psychological and emotional trauma she's currently passing through. We call on the law enforcement agents to apprehend the culprit and ensure he faces the full wrath of the law for violating the right and dignity of Empress Njama. That's from Punch newspaper, and that's nudes. Arrest Empress Njama's ex-fiancé. AGN urge police. And finally, today on this segment of the news updates, we have this story from Punch newspapers. I'm sure many of you have been following Prince Harry's memoir. And it says Prince Harry's memoir sells 1.4 million copies on first day. Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, on its first day of release, sold over 1.4 million copies. The memoir was released on Tuesday. According to Hollywood Reporter, the publishing house, Penguin Random House, announced that first-day sales for the Harry Tell-All memoir dropped 1.4 million copies, a record pace for non-fiction from a company that also publishes Barack and Michelle Obama, whose Becoming needed a week to reach 1.4 million when it was released in 2018. Spare is the story of someone we may have thought we already knew, but now we can truly come to understand Prince Harry through his own words. Gina Centrello, president and publisher of the Random House Group, said in a statement, looking at this extraordinary first-day sales, readers clearly agree Spare is a book that demands to be read, and it is a book we are proud to publish. Spare is the Duke of Sussex's personal account of his life in the royal family and his relationship with the American actor and wife, Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. The sales figures of Spare include hardcover, audiobook, and ebook editions sold in the US, Canada, and the United Kingdom. And that's it on news updates today on the ABN TV Live. We will take a commercial break, and when we come back, there is loads and loads of more to come. Don't go anywhere.
Probably wondering why I'm so excited. I'm going to tell you. My name is Patrick, and I've been driving for RideTigo for a little over 2 months now, and it's amazing. No other rideshare company puts money in my pockets like RideTigo does. When I drive 15 minutes, pick up the passenger, complete the ride, RideTigo will give me $5 plus 70% base fare. When I'm driving 30 minutes, let's say, pick up the passenger, complete the ride, RideTigo will give me, wait for it, $10 plus my 70% base fare. Amazing! Come on! That's why I for RideTigo, and you should RideTigo. Come on, let's ride. It's time to go. Download the app.
Download the RideTigo app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Without auto insurance, do you know the time and money you'll spend if you're caught? Why risk it? At Aegis Insurance, we have several insurance carriers to tailor your specific needs. We offer low rates on liability starting from $38 a month. For a 2 vehicle, $65 a month. No driver's license, no problem. We accept Texas IDs, passports, international driver's license, and expired driver's license. Pay 3 months in advance and save 20% on auto insurance. We offer discounts for switching over to Aegis, as well as good student discounts. Buy by phone, pay by phone. It's just that simple. It's our job to meet your needs when no one else can. So don't get caught driving without auto insurance. The law requires you to have liability. Call Aegis Insurance today for a free quote and start saving money.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA office 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist. Increase your world. Get ahead. Invest in yourself. We make it easy for you at School of Business and Technology, SB Tech, by making you have a flexible schedule, fast career in database administration, human resources management, nursing assistance, project management, computer support tech, A+, GED, ESL. Our place, your place, in person also. 9888 Business Street, Suite 460, Houston, Texas 77036. Call now at 713-808-9728 or 281-777-5822. Visit us at www.sbtech.education. SB Tech Job Placement Assistance is available. Being a #1 in authentic African cuisine has made us not to stop dishing out the best to our customers. Check out some of our delicacies in African food today. We also cater for both indoor and outdoor parties. Finger Licking Restaurant 2.0. Check our all-day coffee tea spots are open on Sunday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We deliver with Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Drop Off. Finger Licking 2.0, 98178 Bistone Street, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 713-270-7070. Come for an authentic African cuisine.
You're welcome back to Abntv Live. Yes, I'm your host and friend, Bukola Sarah. And yes, this is thanking every of our vendors. You guys are the GOAT. You're the greatest of all times. Yes, because you've taken beautiful decisions of advertising your goods and services with us. We had times together, amazing times last year. And this is a brand new year. And thank you, Aegis Insurance. We are glad to have you here this new year. Thank you for being the Amala joint. You are amazing. We have been getting feedbacks of even people that are just coming to town and they are just enjoying what you are serving. You're serving it as Hindi hot. And yes, Party's Point. Thank you. The organic juices are doing wonderfully well. People are sharing their testimony. They are testifying to how good, how effective your goods and services are. Party's Point on Highway 6 for your organic juices that will work on your system and give you, it will detoxify, it will enhance your activity, it will rejuvenate your body and mind. It's amazing. Check them out. Thank you, Party's Point. We have So Sweet Bakery. Their agege bread is one in town. And yes, they have been very wonderful also. Thank you for being here. Grisha Channel, yes, they are my costumier. This is also from them. Thank you, Grisha, for all that you do. We appreciate you all of the time. And yes, we have BSA Procurement and Logistics for all your shipping to Nigeria, or from Nigeria to the US and to Canada. BSA Logistics is the place to be. And yes, we are welcoming on board new people. We have new people. I'm coming to that. West Blog Event Hall. Yes, for those your gatherings, those classic gatherings of yours, you want to check them out and you want to book their event hall. Thank you, West Blog Hall, for being here. And Finger Licking, for those of you who are at our end of the year party on the 26th of December 2022, yes, that is their event hall. They have just beside it their restaurant where they serve finger licking foods. They are very, very, very tasty foods also. You want to continue to patronize them. And yes, Finger Licking, thank you for being here. Anolua African Store at Rosenberg. When you're looking for authentic, African stuff, just go to Anolua African Store. You will not be disappointed. They have fresh stuff from Nigeria. You will be amazed. Some things you've been looking for, just check them out. Anything African Store can deliver is what they are delivering. And yes, also we have God's Glory African Store. We have Glory of God African Store. They are fantastic. We have Sunrise African Store. These people are fantastic. They have anything that you could need. At times you're like, oh, I'm craving this thing. Oh, I had this thing like 10 years ago. You'll be amazed. You get into the store and you find those things right there. Alrighty, we have Samuel Agocha Law Firm. Knowing your legal rights, yes, that's one of their shows, and it's been amazing. It's been very revelatory, if I may use that word, because yes, now you get to know what's available and how you can access those things that are available. And we have new people coming on board. SB Tech, oh wow, they have accelerated certification courses that you can take that will give you a push in your career and of course, your financing. Amazing. And you are out there and you have goods and services that people need. You don't want to continue to wink or blink in the dark. You might have these goods and services, but if nobody knows about them, how are they going to patronize you? How will you make profit? And that's why we are here for you. And we have a promo that's ongoing between now and March. You come in and it's at $500. It's a giveaway. It's our act of benevolence to our great people out there. So you've been watching, yes, and you're like, I have this idea, I want to start, but how can it grow? Come to us. That's why we are here. We are going to let the people know what you have to offer. And I promise you, you will be happy for it. So to all our existing vendors, I want to say thank you. We want to say we were glad to be a part of your business last year, and we are asking that you let us do life together with you again this year. It can only get better. And for everyone who's just starting, just planning to come in, yeah, come in already. We are here waiting for you. And the number to call is 346-246-5650. You call us, send us a text message. We will be there to attend to you. Maybe you are watching on YouTube, you are watching on Facebook. You can leave a comment in the comment section, and yes, we will get back to you. Thank you, and thank you. And to all our viewers, thank you for watching. Thank you for the feedbacks. And some of you are like, oh, we sent you messages, you did not respond yet, and all that. We apologize. It's never intentional. We appreciate you, we respect you, we love you. We're serving you, so why wouldn't we love you? But the thing is, at times we might not get to respond to some messages early enough, but it does not mean we are ignoring you. We love you, we appreciate you. You are the reason we are here. If you're not there, our being here wouldn't make so much sense. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your contributions. And this year, let's do it together. When we have those interactive sessions and the phone lines are open, give us a call. Interact with us. You know, those things that you discuss at the back, and some of you see us and you're like, oh, when you said that thing, this was what I said. Feel free to say it on air so that more people can hear from it. Everybody has something to offer. In Yoruba, you say, Ọmọdé gbọ́n, àgbà gbọ́n la fi dá ilẹ̀ Ifẹ̀. In other words, everybody has something to offer. We learn from you, you learn from us, we all learn from one another. As a woman, even if you are a 70-year-old grandmother, you can learn from a 15-year-old, you know, even from a 10-year-old. And nobody has, you know, nobody is too little to teach. Nobody is too old to learn. Okay, so let's do it together this year when we have the interactive sessions. Interact with us. Voice your opinion. Let people know what you are saying to the matters being discussed. That might be what someone needs to push them ahead in life. Is that a promise? Oh, okay, all righty. And yes, we have Tigo, a rideshare company. They are here in Houston, and they are amazing. They are set to serve Houstonians. I'm telling you, if you've not heard about them, listen up. Tigo is a rideshare company, and they have every T crossed and every I dotted. They've done background checks on their drivers. They have everything intact. You will enjoy the services that they provide. And you know what? If you are riding with Tigo for the first 5 times consecutively, you get a $5 discount. Yeah, $5 discount as a rider on Tigo. Yeah, and if you are driving, apart from your 70% base fare that you're going to earn, for picking up a ride and completing that ride, depending on the distance, they also have some specs. They have some perks for you as a driver. I mean, Tigo is here to not only help the riders, but also help the drivers make profit. They help drivers to make more profit. They help riders save more money. That's amazing. And all you need to do is just go to the App Store and Google Play to download the Tigo app. And pronto, you will be on to begin to enjoy their services. It's amazing. Tigo is here for you. And yes, they are willing and ready to serve. Just download the app and begin to enjoy their services already. Yeah. And so, yes, we're continuing after Now we will take a very short break and then we will continue with the package that we have for you today. My name is Bukola Sarah Omo Babae, and you marry the Lord's Princess. That's who I am, and I am happy to be here again. Somebody called me last night. I was like, where have you been? We have been expecting you guys. We've been planning and preparing to serve you better this year. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We have a whole lot coming. We'll see you.
If you're wondering why I'm so excited, I'm going to tell you. My name is Patrick, and I've been driving for RideTigo for a little over 2 months now, and it's amazing. No other rideshare company puts money in my pockets like RideTigo does. When I drive 15 minutes, pick up the passenger, complete the ride, RideTigo will give me $5 plus my 70% base fare. When I'm driving 30 minutes, let's say, pick up the passenger, complete the ride, RideTigo will give me, wait for it, $10 plus my 70% base fare. Amazing! Come on! That's why I drive for RideTigo, and you should RideTigo. Come on, let's ride. It's time to go. Download the app now.
Download the RideTigo app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Well, life to you may be different from life to me. The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is Eshman. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you, you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday. Eshman will be waiting for you.
Rock African Market. We work hard to provide you with a wide selection of things you enjoy from Africa that are of the greatest quality. We are the premier African grocery store franchise in USA. African food products, meats, pastries, and hot and ready-to-eat meals. Check us out today at www.azurrockmarket.com. Open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday. 13711 Western Road, Suite A1, Houston, Texas 77077. Seamless, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Groupon, and Postmates. Call us now at 832-990-7590. In-store shopping or in-store pickup and deliveries. Azul Rock African Markets. Catering and everyday entertaining.
Happy New Year! As last year ends, which is 2022, poverty ends, stagnation ends, promise and fail ends, depression ends. I just want you to understand that at Abntv, we have reasons to be happy with you because you are alive. And I pray that we won't just be alive for being alive's sake. We'll be alive to enjoy being alive in the mighty name of Jesus. My name is SHINA, your OYINLOLA. From January 1st to March 31st, your ad making will be $500, and we will give you a 2 weeks free usage on Abntv and all our platforms. Thank you so much for being there for us. Thank you for being there all the time. God bless you. And I want to let you know that we love you. Bye for now.
Without auto insurance, do you know the time and money you'll spend if you're caught? Why risk it? At Aegis Insurance, we have several insurance carriers to tailor your specific needs. We offer low rates on liability starting from $38 a month. For 2 vehicles, $65 a month. No driver's license, no problem. We accept Texas IDs, passports, international driver's license, and expired driver's license. Pay 3 months in advance and save 20% on auto insurance. We offer discounts for switching over to Aegis, as well as good student discounts. Buy by phone, pay by phone. It's just that simple. It's our job to meet your needs when no one else can. So don't get caught driving without auto insurance. The law requires you to have liability. Call Aegis Insurance today for a free quote and start saving money.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA office 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologueservice.com or www.bsaprologueservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist.
Increase your world. Get ahead. Invest in yourself. We make it easy for you at School of Business and Technology, SB Tech, by making you have a flexible schedule, fast career in database administration, human resources management, nursing assistance, project management, computer support tech, A+, GED, ESL. Our place, your place, in person also. 9888 Business Street, Suite 460, Houston, Texas 77036. Call now at 713-808-9728 or 281-777-5822. Visit us at www.sbtech.education. SB Tech Job Placement Assistance is available.
Being a #1 in authentic African cuisine has made us not to stop dishing out the best to our customers. Check out some of our delicacies in African food today. We also cater for both indoor and outdoor parties. Finger Licking Restaurant 2.0. Check our all-day coffee tea spots are open on Sunday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We deliver with Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Drop Off. Finger Licking 2.0, 9817A, Business Street, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 713-270-7070. Come for an authentic African cuisine.
You're welcome back. This is still Abntv Live. And yes, you know, there's this thing that we grew up hearing about, New Year resolutions. And you know, people who make resolution on December 31st stroke January 1st. This year, I will not do this thing again. This year, I will begin to do this thing. And you know, first day, yes, New Year resolution. Second day, by fourth, fifth, sixth day, maybe at the most, by 10 days later, the thing is already gone. They're already back to who they are. Because honestly, the years change, the dates change. Those are programmed. They change automatically. After 365 days, it will be another year. But people don't change automatically. So because the year is changing doesn't mean that, okay, so everything will now change. No, you have to be the one to change. And until we decide to change, nothing will change. That's why New Year resolutions have been known to fail woefully. But, well, we have a very little, let me say minimal percentage of people who, yeah, they hold on to it. So which do you belong to? Those that do it for 5 days and are like, oh, me elewaku. Or those that are like, no, I'm going to uphold this thing. I'm going to make sure I do it and all that. So if you've been doing it and it's been working for you, how has it been working? Do you have someone that you work with, like an accountability partner, or you have a team? For example, some are like, I want to lose weight, or I want to keep fit, you know, I want to just loosen the Christian mother, you know, arm, the flesh, you know, right here. You know, people have different things they want to work with, and then some will now go get someone to work with them. Maybe somebody that has the same need, somebody that's, you know, looking at doing the same thing. They're like, okay, let's be gym buddies. Let's go to the gym together, so that when I'm tired or I'm discouraged, at least you can encourage me. And then the two of them keep working together. We've seen that work. So which one are you doing? Are you the team? I don't even have a New Year resolution. Whatever happens, happens. Miliwaku. Or are you the team? Okay, this is what I want to do. I just need help. Where do you belong to? Whatever you decide to do, don't forget that nothing changes until you change it. And the wise man once said that doing the same thing over and over again, and then now expecting different results, they say is insanity. So what are you doing differently this year? What do you want to achieve? What habits do you want to drop? What habits do you want to cultivate? Like for me now, I want to cultivate the habit of making people laugh more.
I think I'll do the same thing.
Okay, now that means I have to keep running.
You have people to contend with.
And in fact, a big one like that.
All right, let me quickly say Happy New Year to some of the people that are seeing me for the first time this year. You know, most of you always see me on here. So people don't even see me one-on-one before. And those that have been fortunate to see me one-on-one, I think probably when I'm anchoring a program or when I'm somewhere to do one thing or the other. But for those that are seeing me all the time, they see me on TV like that. Thank you for being my fan. Thank you for being my fans. Thank you for being there for me. I appreciate you. And I want to tell you something. This year, I will make sure that whatever program I want to do, the one that is going to be the main, my Yoruba, I will make sure it is Yoruba throughout.
Right.
So the one that is English, I will make sure it is English throughout. Because a couple of you just keep telling me, why? You will be talking, I will be enjoying it, then you just switch to that language. It's not my fault, you know. I'm the kind of person that was brought up somewhere in Nigeria where you speak Yoruba like that. And let me tell you this, it's very rare for me to be able to speak English for more than 1 hour without speaking my language. But this time around, I think that will be part of my New Year resolution. so I can be able to put things together without stressing you guys before you can hear me. Okay? Now, let me quickly do this for some people that are watching us. I always say this, there's no amount of we are enjoying you that will help us without you being part of what we are doing. Whether you go there to comment, whether you actually call us to be part of the show, whether you tell about us to friends, or you just say, okay, let me share it, it will be most helpful for us. And we would like to say, okay, if this is what you are doing for us, what else can we do than to say a big thank you to you? I know a lot of people are enjoying it. You enjoy a lot of what would you do throughout last year. What would you do is coming back, seriously, and I'm serious about it. What would you do is coming back very strong this time around. It could be something you have to watch and just ask yourself, does this exist too? Is it happening? Is it just a play I'm watching? Do I pray this happen in my life or in my family's life? How does it happen? Can it happen in some? All those questions will be left for you to ask yourself. It's going to come in a bigger way by God's grace. And like I told you earlier, it is not about us, it's about you. And that is why God has been granting us strength to be able to fulfill these little obligations of ours. I want to say a big thank you to you for being there, and to all that have worked with me throughout last year. You know, a couple of people work with us. They're no more with us now. Some are still working with us till now. We have more people that have been working with us again. But to some people, what they're saying is not even worth it. What are they spending their money for? But some people are craving to always hear our program. That is how life is. Nobody is an epitome of everything, okay? So we learn, and because we are in the course of learning, we're proud that we are a better person right now. And for those that have been watching us, we know that you can be a better person by watching alone. So that can give you an insight of what has happened to some people. Yeah. And you can use it as what? An example. As an example for your own life. Thank you, Bukola Sarah, for being there, and all other people that have been there. Bukola, this year, I will go more on, I will be more with those that have kids that they don't have husband. We call them single parents. Single parents are really facing a lot, but people don't put it there like that. Especially here where we are, where people believe that after all, government is paying your children. They are giving your children money, they are paying for your room, everything. And from their dad, you are also collecting some little money from their dad. So why will you tell me you are not living good? Single parents, I want to say thank you for taking care of those kids. It's a big deal, man. It's not about food alone. It's not about the clothes alone. It's not about going to school alone. But there are more. There are some more. Because building a leader of tomorrow is not something you start now. Do you know there are some kids that you have to keep repeating one thing for more than 10 times before they can do that one thing? And guess what? Tomorrow you still have to repeat that 10 times again before they can get. It's not that they have any problem. They don't have problem. But kids. They are just playful. They're just playful. They're kids. And these are those you ladies deal with. I told someone, I said, do you know, if your boy is with me, I won't even talk to him. He said, what? I said, because I will just let him be. He said, then how are you training him? But that's my problem. I won't be able to train him.
So what are you going to say about the single parents who are men?
Single parents who are men are not too many like that of women. Because if you are a man, you know, people don't put their eyes on the man own because they believe you are a man and you are actually to take care of the whole home. Yeah,
but like you said, you said if you were with the one with that boy, you wouldn't even say anything to the boy.
No,
so that means that it's difficult.
And that's what I'm trying to say, that single parenting is very, very difficult. But what I'm saying is they believe ladies are enjoying having the kids and collecting money from government, collecting money from their dad, collecting money from different angles to take care of them. They believe they don't have no problem. Wow. That's what I want to bring out, that there are more problems in that than any other thing. That it's not about people, they eat or they don't eat. It's about a lot of training. How can you put it together? That's why you see some ladies, they cannot train a child to be able to be respectful. Because maybe the child is just looking at mom the way mommy talk. And that's what she wants to do. Some will just look at you because you put lipstick on. They believe lipstick is supposed to be wear all the time. And you can't tell them no. Because when they grow, they say that's what they want. And that's what they will do. So we're going to come on, we're going to actually touch some part there so that you can understand that it's not an easy task. Yeah, we have a couple of things on our showroom up there that we're going to show people. Yes. But for those that doesn't even know my name is SHINA, your OYINLOLA, Teku Larada, Tomo la favoring live about to be alone. Anyhow, leno ataya. Back on on. This year, my fear your concun opening the fine boy looking sexy. Fine boy looking sexy.
Okay.
Why? If people don't appreciate you, why don't you appreciate yourself?
We even appreciate you.
I'm
a commander. No, you fine boy.
Started. I said I don't want Yoruba.
That was a coded one. It
was a coded
yes.
So this is fine boy looking sexy. We will soon be going for a short break. But before we go for that short break, I think that, are they ready? Are those things ready? The clips to use, are they ready? Check it if it's ready. If it's not ready, we're talking about Living Real with Sarah. Living Real with Sarah started a little bit, maybe towards the end of last year. A couple of people watch it. They see some people telling you the story of their life.
Yeah.
What really informed the Living Real with Sarah?
Thank you, sir. Living Real with Sarah has been on for over a decade.
Okay.
And then the reason for it is just to build healthy relationships.
Okay.
And the segment that started last year, where people came and were telling their stories, is because we have realized that people are going through a lot and people bottle up so much.
Okay.
And it's not healthy for you to keep those things in. So when we began to interview people and they began to open up about what they're going through, other people who are watching and they could identify with them, like, oh, okay, so it's not only me. Oh, so people are going through this, and like, oh, okay, all right, let me hear. Because, you know, it's easier for you to be able to reach people with what you have been through. I could come and begin to talk about something that I've not experienced. Maybe I can empathize with people that have been through it.
You're right.
And be like, oh, okay, oh, she understands and all that. But if I have been there, I can talk to you emphatically. I can say it categorically that I have been there.
And I know what I'm talking about.
And I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so people are able to connect with the stories, and then more people are opening up. And people are laughing about it. Oh, okay, so it's even happening to others. Oh, now I'm relieved. And then more people are coming to share their stories. And it's been really, really eye-opening.
And since you've been doing this, do you really see the feedback that is impressive?
Oh, yes. I hear people say, some will tell me, that story was just my story in another way.
Wow.
That was just me. And they say, oh, that thing you said, that tip that person said really helped me to know how to go about the things I'm going through. So yes, we are glad for the feedbacks.
Okay, and was the living room for ladies or with the gentlemen too?
Well, we have segments that are for ladies. I'm not being gender biased right here.
Oh, okay.
But we have these segments that is for ladies only.
Okay.
We have the general ones because we have the singles, we have the mingle and all that. So yes, we have the male faction or sections. But as far as this single parenting thing is concerned, we are laser focused on the women.
On the women. So this year we want to talk more about the women, what they're going through, especially the single ladies, whether you're single with kids or you're just single with no kids, right?
Yes, single, separated, divorced, and all those things. What people are going through in the church, that you know, once you separate or you divorce, most churches, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to point fingers, but people are talking about it. They get ostracized. Okay. They get stigmatized. This one, that one, and people are dying in silence. So we want to talk about it. This is what is happening in our society. I don't think anybody just gets married and just plans that after 3 years, I'll just leave. And some 15 years, who invest 15 years of their lives into it and just blow it up.
What about 22?
Oh, you know,
almost 30
almost
years.
30 years. So it's not an easy thing for anyone to say, oh, I'm done. So when people are done for whatever reason, I think even if you don't understand, at least you could empathize, because it's not easy. So we are looking at those people who have been labeled and ostracized, single parent. Oh, that one is that one is this. So we're bringing people together and we're like, there's hope.
So that everybody can say their own experience and you'll be able to know which one that you can adjust yourself
yes.
and your lifestyle.
And your lifestyle. So that even when you have another opportunity, At least you know what to do differently.
So are you going to be country bias or state or town bias?
No, everybody is welcome. You have a story to tell, please come tell it.
So far you can speak English, right?
We can even begin to do.
But
let's start with English.
Why I'm saying that it can be tedious if you want to hear somebody that speaks the other language and you can't even relate with what it's saying. And most of the time, language barrier may affect the flow. So let's see, whichever language you speak is welcome, but mostly for now, English. So that people can really relate with what you are saying. So this one, there was one you did last year. You did this last year that I was very amazed with. Okay. I checked it myself. It was very touchy. I said, okay, this thing is touching. Oh, I want to play it again. Oh. So I played it one day. I watched it, and I say, okay, how can somebody see this lady and ever thought that this is what she's going on? Hello. Let's go to the powerhouse. The powerhouse there. Do you have that lady on that laptop? Can you please pull it out? Just play and pause. Let's see so that we can continue from there. Yeah, just pause. Pause. Yeah, just play and pause. Yeah, that was. So we're going to go to powerhouse and we'll take a little bit from that last year. Then we'll come back and analyze it a little bit. Okay. Okay, let's go to powerhouse. Oh.
www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Like this, I kind of do like talking videos.
But don't tell me you have a purple card.
No.
No. Awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone, to Living Real with Sarah. And this is how we do it. This is how we do it. We just enjoy ourselves. Alrighty. And I have with me in the house today Alicia. And we're going to have so much fun.
Okay.
Now, if you asked me what I was asking you earlier, I was asking her what her favorite color is. And she told me it is purple. But I was like, I hope
that's one of my dreams.
Oh my goodness.
I actually want an all black Lexus. Doesn't matter. Probably like a new 2020, 21.
Right.
I want all black inside purple.
Oh, wow. That's going to be beautiful. I'm going to write with you.
Yes, ma'am.
When it comes, let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
But if you ask me my color, I don't know. I used to think it's blue.
Blue? My son's favorite color is blue.
Oh.
It's because of my dad, but my dad's favorite color is orange.
Okay. Oh, your dad's favorite color is orange? But your son's favorite color is blue?
Because my dad wears a lot of blue. But he doesn't like blue. He
doesn't like blue? Why he wears blue? Why is that though? Why do you think that
color. He has a lot of boys. It was his uniform for a while. Everything was blue, different blue tie, different blue jacket, blue shoes, blue. I was like, I don't think people are supposed to match that much up and down, but that's what he was doing. So.
And your son fell in love with blue. Wow, that's
But it's
beautiful.
like when I was growing up, I know his favorite color is orange, but he's a fresh soul in the world. He doesn't know but what he sees, and all he sees is blue. So now he only likes blue.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, let's talk about your son.
Okay.
He's adorable, by the way.
Yes. It's my one and only.
Oh.
I don't know how you guys feel about zodiacs, but my birthday's in February. I'm an Aquarius.
Okay.
I'm a little bit more calm. Like, I'm relaxed majority of every day. Like,
okay.
My son, he's a Virgo. He's very confident, overconfident. He's very outgoing. He's very independent, outspoken.
Wow.
He's just really
He knows what he wants.
When I was a kid, I was really shy. I did not know myself. Like, I did not know, you You're supposed to feel like a superhuman in your own skin. He thinks he's a superhero.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So how would you say your zodiac, your personality, how would you say that has affected your journey in life?
I would say it enhanced, because I feel like my personality is very observant. After making my own couple mistakes in life, like everybody does, you know, I learned to kind of like just sit back and see how things go. I learned to kind of just like, you know, observe the world for what it actually is. Take time out to think before I actually react. Be more aware, be more conscious, be cautious and conscious. So, I don't know. It kind of just gives me, you know, and I'm always eager to learn more. So many different cultures I learn, different religions I learn. Just whatever I feel like is gravitating to me, interesting. I love to
learn.
I'm very diverse.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
And I'm very open-minded as well. Like, you know, there's nothing in this world that really surprises me. It's just something new every day. Something new. Like, I've seen, you know, I witnessed all different perspectives of life.
Right.
Rich, poor, you know, just all kind of different ways I've witnessed it. I've seen, you know, crazy things, good crazy, bad crazy.
Yeah.
Just things that I didn't know myself growing up were possible. I didn't know people did. You know, just all kind of different things. But it doesn't make me look at a person a different kind of way. I don't judge nobody. I don't look at the person like, oh,
wow,
you do this.
amazing.
I'm very just like, okay, that's you.
That's beautiful, because you know, here on we call this the LRS show, Living Real with Sarah, and we have some beliefs that are very like what you're saying. Like, one, everybody has a voice
Definitely.
and has a right to speak out.
Yes.
You have a right to your story, and you have a right to tell it. And even when people don't agree with you, or you don't agree with people, we believe that you don't have to be disagreeable. And we also believe here that this is a no judgment zone.
Exactly.
You don't get to judge anyone. You haven't walked in their shoes for 1 mile, you know, to at least know how it feels. So who told you you have the right?
Exactly. I feel that. Who told you got the right?
You know,
that's just how it makes me feel. Like, even if I don't agree, I don't know what this person has been through.
Right.
That has gotten them, you know, here. Like, in my family, you know, I have, you know, you have family members who are not, you know, doing good. They make choices. They go down different roads.
Right.
You know, they do things differently. But, you know, this is still my cousin.
Right.
I love my cousin.
Right.
I probably cannot trust my cousin, but I love
my cousin. Right.
I love you as much as I can trust you. But I love you though.
Yeah.
And I'm not judging you.
Good.
You know, I wish nothing but the best. Peace and blessings to.
Do you agree that you can actually love someone
And not like them?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I say all of the time. We are commanded to love people.
Yes.
Love them. You don't wish them evil.
And
if they need help and you can render the help, you go ahead and do it. But they don't have to necessarily be your 5 and 6. You know.
Like, I have two scenarios. One, when I graduated high school. When I graduated high school, I can't think of the numbers right now.
Don't worry. Just say as much as you
when
can
I
remember.
graduated high school, you know, we're out here getting into the new adult life. And I had this one girlfriend, like, not girlfriend, but she's my girlfriend. She kind of got upset with me because, you know, I'm getting into life. I got into a new relationship. It got serious. It got chaotic. It got toxic. I was going through my own troubles, you know. She's like, you don't pick up the phone every day and call me anymore. I'm like, but I still love you the same. I still feel the same. You're my friend.
But life is happening to me right now.
Life is like kicking me.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand that, and we kind of did not, you know, got estranged. But a couple years later, she called me back, and she's like, hey, you know, I want to apologize because I see where you were coming from. You know, I started going through things, and I wasn't able to just do what I wanted to do, be with my friends. I didn't, you know, it's stuff. She's like, you don't talk to me. You don't tell me what's going on. She said stuff that I was going through that I felt like I couldn't talk about. So I understand you. I apologize.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So I just kind of, I don't know. And then the second scenario, it was, what was it?
Don't worry, we can come back to it if you don't have it right now.
It was loving people and not liking them.
Yeah.
I have a brother. I love my brother.
Yeah.
But my brother is like, you see a dollar, swipe a dollar. I can't let my brother, but he called me one time. He's like, I need you, and that's my brother. I'm not going to turn you down, but just please respect me when you come around.
Yeah.
Come on over, brother. Yeah. I let my brother come. He stays. It's going on for about a month. He said, I only need 2 months. I'm going to, go fix it with my fiance. And he didn't fix it. And so I said, okay, 2 months, you don't have to worry about paying. And 2 months, it turned to 6. I said, okay, brother, I need a little help. Can you help me?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that when I asked to come here. I said, but brother, you said only 2 months. It's been 6 months. Oh, just making excuses, okay? You messed up my trust with that. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. That was a year ago. He calls me around the same time this year.
He's still your brother.
He's still my brother. He calls me. He's like, he got income tax and everything. He said, but I got my family back together. I'll use the money for my family. I said, okay. You don't have nothing for me. I didn't ask, but it's like, you would think, but he didn't think like that. And that scenario, and it happened many times with many others. Friends. I help. They don't. But at the same time, I understand their situation. But you cross this line.
Exactly. You draw boundaries.
Yeah, I cannot let you do it again.
Right.
I always will love you.
Someone said something. A wise man once said, if someone cheats you once, shame on them.
They cheat you?
Twice?
My fault. My fault.
That's it. So one more thing that I'm going to say now is you did mention that you've learned a lot from your past mistakes and all that. And here on LRS, I strongly believe that it's wrong for people like us who had, to allow people that are coming to repeat our mistakes. There are some people who will never learn from other people's mistakes. They want to go in there, get their fingers burned, get their hearts broken, and then they learn. But it's okay. But there are a lot of other people who are willing to learn from your mistakes, from my mistakes, and ensure that there's no recycling.
Definitely. That's how I'm using that in my life now, every day. Being a mother, being that I only have one child, being a young mother, single mother, I take all of that and I use it. Something that I've always said, I grew up really being observant around me. Even as a kid, I grew up saying, okay, I know that when I get older, I need to do something different and work harder because I don't want to be like them. This person, people in my life, I love them. I love the sacrifices that they made. I love because people, they do what they feel like they need to do. And they, when they do it, that's probably as much as they could do at the time. Right. So, I love and I appreciate the people in my life that has been there for me, doing the best they can, but also they made mistakes. I seen them. Okay, I didn't grow up to make those mistakes, but I did have to make some mistakes.
Yes, you made your own mistakes.
Definitely, and I had to learn from that. And I'm the type of person, I don't want to learn 2 times.
That's important.
I don't want to learn 2 times.
That's very important.
Don't do it twice. I definitely always say I will never do it more than once. But I at the time, you don't even know that you're making a mistake, but you won't get to where you're trying to be unless you make some type of mistake. Right. Whatever it is, it has to shape you up to get you ready for the next step.
It doesn't kill you.
It's your responsibility to want to get ready for that. You can't make a mistake and be like, oh, I'm just going to make more mistakes. Or, in science, they say when the experiment is not working, you have to change your variables. You have to hypothesize something different. You cannot sit here and do the same experiment.
And that's why it's said that doing the same thing over and over again expecting different results is what?
Insanity. That's insane. It's insane.
Exactly.
It's insane. Definitely insanity. So I take all that. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
I'm really loving this.
Okay, good.
Somebody's thinking like, if, you cannot, you know, and then it's like my brother. He's 19. I have lots of brothers.
Okay, good.
And so I'm not talking about the same brother now. But I don't know if they're going to see this, but my bad. But he's 19.
No mentioning of names. So, and since you have many brothers,
yeah, they
can't
know,
be too sure
they
who
know
it is.
who they are. But definitely, I have a 19-year-old brother, and we're born on the same day. We're not the same. We're not twins.
The same day, the same month, the same year.
Yeah. We've been sharing birthdays for quite a while. I get this half of the cake, you get this half.
Oh, but not the same year.
Not the same year.
Okay.
We're not twins.
Okay, great.
We're about 4 years apart.
Okay. Right.
So we're born on the same day, and he acts totally different from me. See, I'm a very rational person. You can talk to me, you can give me advice, you can give me criticism. I can take it, you know, and I'm going to think about it. I'm not going to let it, you know, make me feel down, but I will take it and I will listen. And I will, you know, utilize it how I need to. I try to talk to him. I'm like, you know, you're supposed to be like me. We're the same day. What's going on? But he's a man. I'm a woman. And we're different.
The zodiac thing doesn't work all the time, you know.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. So I try to talk to him, and it's like, you know, I'm seeing, because now I'm an older sister. I have a lot of younger siblings. I'm an older sister. I've made the mistakes. I've chosen the different paths. I know what paths I was supposed to take, but I know what I didn't do. Right. So I'm trying to tell you, you're my younger brother.
Wouldn't hear.
One ear out the other. He doesn't want to listen.
Wow.
Now he's going on in life. He's doing his own thing. He has to make his own steps.
Yeah.
But you know, they always come back and say, you know, you were right.
But you know, I don't enjoy those things. I'd rather you listen and don't make the mistake than coming back to tell me, oh, you are right. I don't want to be right that way. You know.
I know.
I don't really enjoy it. Now, can you tell us like 2 particular mistakes that you made and that you don't want someone out there to repeat? One has to be about relationship.
Wow, you're welcome back. And honestly, I was gone. I was back in that interview. It's like I wasn't the one, you know, there. And you know, what she was saying there is, you know, we talk to people, it goes in one ear and it's out the other. And then they come back, they're like, oh, you were right, after their fingers had been burnt. I don't want to be right that way. You know, when we have the opportunity to learn from other people, we should grab it with both hands. I mean, it's costly making mistakes all of the time, making mistakes, and you know, today fall, rise again, fall. When we get to the destination, and there's a whole lot that we can learn from. There is a whole lot. I'm ready to learn from many people's mistakes so that I don't repeat their mistakes. Last night I met a business owner and we got talking and he was like, oh, he's been in this business for about 20 years. I said, wow, that means you have a lot to teach. He said, no, he doesn't know too much. He said he has made many mistakes and that he's learned how not to do things. I said, that is it right there. If you have known how not to do it, then you are nearer getting how to do it.
Wow. Yes, I want to bring something out of this interview that we watch now.
Yes, sir.
I see some sincerity in it. You know, when you don't told someone about what you want to ask the person, it makes it more organic. And that is what I see in that lady when she was talking.
She opened up.
She really opened up, telling you the way the whole thing was. So if you are missing Living Real with Sarah, I want you to please look out for it. We have a couple of episodes that have been on ground. You need to watch it, especially if you are a lady, young ladies, you are growing. So you'll be able to know what mistakes some of your gender have made and how can you correct it before you get to their level. And it's a pity all these are for the ladies for now. No one for the guys to be able to know. I hope you will think about the guys very soon.
I will.
Then as per the ladies, Someone reached out to me of recent that if we know that a lot of ladies that need some help, we should let him know that he wanted to be reaching out to single mom problems and all that. I will still give you the details if he's really serious about it, then how much he will be giving and all that. We'll work it out. So thank you so much, Bukola Sarah, for being there. And we want to say God will continue to uphold you and make you the best in everything you do.
Amen.
So, guys, if you're watching us, you are actually here. What is this place called? What's the name of this place?
Abntv Live.
ABN in Houston, Texas.
ABN Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Some people say, I just see ABN everywhere. I don't even know where the ABN TV is.
We are in Houston, Texas.
We are here in Houston, Texas. And we are getting through some, whatever you can call it, to make sure we reach you.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Just keep praying for us, and God will continue to be with us and guide us right.
Amen.
Now, let me quickly go to the what would you do syndrome. The what would you do syndrome is a kind of program that we put together that time when we see that we always be in a dilemma when a lot of things happen to us in life. What are the things that can happen to us in life? Let's put this as an example. There was this lady that has been with his husband. They are married. They've been together for 5 years. But the 5 years that they've been together, they have only one kid, which is their daughter, 2 years old daughter.
Okay.
The lady came back from work one day and saw husband on top of their daughter, molesting the daughter, raping the daughter. Now, it's a tough decision to take as a lady, seeing your husband, your so-called husband, molesting your 2-year-old daughter.
2-year-old.
2-year-old. You shocked? Now, what would you do as a mother? And when the lady started shouting, yay, look at this, people came in and they rescued her. They rescued the daughter. Do you know what the guy said? The guy said, that daughter is a bastard daughter. That is not my own daughter. Because I checked it out and I could see that I am not the biological father of the daughter.
Okay.
Does that give you the license
Exactly.
to now molest her? So these are the things that we look into, but some people don't even follow us to know what we're talking. Some of you just follow us, you just meet in the middle. At times, some of you meet when we're about to finish, and some of you meet us when we're about to start. So are we enjoying you this year, please? Let's take our time to understand what we are saying so you can be part of the show. Like that one I said now, as a mother and a wife, what would you have done?
Honestly, thank God that one does not, if one has a gun in the house.
They don't allow it.
And that's what, thank God we're not really like licensed to carry firearms. I mean, one would have lost it. One would have pulled the trigger before remembering that, yeah, this is prison or something. You know?
Just kill that bastard.
No, because it's a 2-year-old child.
He said, yeah, she says 2-year-old
Even if that child was not my biological child, that I meet a grown man molesting a 2-year-old, honestly, it would take every restraint in me not to attack.
That is as the mother
of the child, or even as a woman.
Let's now see you as the sister of the mother, that the daughter was left with you.
Okay.
And you came back to see the dad. Because the child was left to you by your sister. But because the dad is around, you give to the dad and you went to use the restroom or do something. Yeah. You're coming back now, you now see what the dad is doing. What would you have done?
I would have screamed.
Screamed?
Yeah, make sure he stops.
Okay.
I'll grab the child.
Do you think you can grab the child?
The child, I would grab the child.
You won't be able to get there.
I think I would.
You won't.
Because the man.
That your target will not be the guy. I mean, will not be the child as at that time.
My target will be the child.
Your target will be the guy to get off.
No, once the guy sees me, he will be off.
Do you think that?
He will be off.
Okay.
He will be off. Even if he's mad.
Have you forgotten
that madness will leave him that
something
instant.
come out of his mouth that is not my biological.
It doesn't matter.
He might be having the boldness that I can do anything.
I will wedge his head with
That is what I'm saying.
I will wedge his head with Tulo.
Some people won't care. They want to go to any length to do anything.
No, are you telling me that there is a man who would be caught in the act, that kind of act, and he will still continue?
When he has in his mind that it's justified.
I will wedge his tool on his head.
If you know, most of the time when you don't get mad about some certain things is because you believe, you don't get remorse. Yes. Remorse about some certain thing is because you believe you are right. So when you are right, you probably see whatever anybody is saying as bullshit.
There are two different things. Even if he has done a DNA test and the child is not his.
That is what
he has a case with his wife, not the child.
He said that was what happened. That now, how can you bring a bastard into my house? Yes, okay, if that daughter of yours is a bastard, why don't you talk it out with your wife first?
Exactly.
And let's know that this is what is going on. Instead of you now molesting the child. If you now destroy the life of that child, tell me something. I am sorry if this is kind of something, but there's no child, no female child that was molested, that have been molested, that they don't have the trauma in their head up to every year they wake up.
That's very correct.
That they are still alive.
That's very correct.
The trauma will always be there. So if you put trauma in somebody's head, you know what that means? It won't be who she was supposed to be, because she will see all the men like they are
some even when they are married, they're not free to have intercourse, to make love with their husband, because the trauma is there. It's there. It's deep seated in them. It's a lifetime thing. It only takes God
to take it out.
I'm telling you. No, there's nothing. There's no justification for what the man has done.
You guys have seen our work we do now. Do you see how strong it is? So what would you do probably might come in another dimension, whereby you can see and be able to put your own comment there. I want to thank you for being there. I want to say a big thank you to all that always support us whenever we come out like this. It's not an easy task, but if you think it's an easy task, well, you can try it too and see how easy it is, especially here where nobody want to help you except you pay for everything that you're doing. So I'm using this opportunity to call on everyone that is selling goods and services. You have goods and services, please bring it. Let's advertise for you. Yeah. Let's use the little thing that we have to enhance what you have. We only help to put your business into the world for people to see. It's not for the people to buy what you're selling or to patronize your business. But surely, if we are doing it incessantly, without stop, I know definitely they will definitely patronize you, and something good will come out of it. So, and for now, we have a promo going on now that we'll do your ads and start placing it for how many?
Just $500.
$500, and it will be on TV for how many? How many weeks?
For
2 good weeks.
2 good weeks.
It's going to be 2 good weeks. So we would make your ad and still put it on TV for 2 good weeks. So definitely we will have used it more than expected before you start paying for the ad. But I'm telling you, if you can try it, you won't have reasons to regret. Ladies and gentlemen, my name again is SHINA OYINLOLA. I want to thank you for being there for us. And Bukola Sarah has been so helpful, doing what she loved to do best. But guess what? We haven't seen nothing. How do they say it here in America?
You haven't seen nothing yet.
You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. I'm saying something that I don't even know how to say. So health is wealth. We'll leave you in the hand of Dr. Fashoin, where you will hear a little bit about health and what is the health all about. Remember, no matter what we're doing, we have to put health first, because me come first after every other thing. Because if me is not okay, every other thing is not okay. Yeah. Do you get that? So remember, if you are eating, eat what you can afford to eat and what you think is going to be good for your body. Don't eat because Bukola eats rice. I want to eat rice too. Rice might not be good for your body. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just telling you some things that people eat might not be what you can eat. You might be allergic to it, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to let you know. So today I will be leaving you in the hand of what's the name again?
Dr. Fashion.
Fashion. I want you to just sign out so that people will know that we're not coming back for anything today.
All right, lovely people. My name is Bukola Sarah Bangbo Omo Bye. And honestly, we are glad to do this. Like Big Boss was saying, it's a whole lot. But we do this because it's a calling. Yes, so we are here to serve, and we are delighted to do so. And for as many of you as are out there, you're like, oh, we are enjoying what you're doing. Thank you and all that. Yes, we appreciate you. All we want you to do is keep supporting us. Keep watching, share the program. Advertise your business with us. Put in good works, good words for us here and there. And let's keep growing together until we come your way again. Pretty soon, it's from me. Bye for now.
That's it. Let's go.
Prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Hello everyone, you're welcome to this beautiful episode on your health and you. And today I am delighted that we are discussing this topic that is very popular and people really talk a lot about it. My name is Bukola Sarah and I'm glad to be hosting you today. And I still have with me today somebody who knows about these things. We bring you the best all of the time. So we're talking about hypertension. Parents will say, this child, you will not give me hypertension at this rate. Does it actually happen like that? Can one's children actually give one hypertension? I'm dying. No, I want to know. I'm eager to know, and I know you want to know also. So yes, we have in the house today our own Dr. Fash, as we fondly call him. Dr. Fash, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you're happy to be here.
Today. Absolutely.
We're not stressing you,
Always
are we?
Happy.
Oh, let our people know that you're glad to be here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me today. Hello, viewers. We're on it again today. Your health and you. So today, we're going to be talking about hypertension. I know a lot of, I hear a lot of people say, oh, I have BP. And I'm like, okay, what's BP? Every single human being has BP.
That's blood pressure.
That's blood pressure. It's not. It doesn't mean anything. It's just BP, blood pressure, and it's normal for you to have BP, but it's not normal for you to have hypertension.
Okay, so is high BP the same thing as in high blood pressure? Is the same thing as hypertension? Yeah,
it can be, you can say high blood pressure is the same thing as hypertension.
Oh,
but,
okay.
It all depends on how, is it acute or chronic? Is it something
acute
that,
or chronic?
when you say, if an individual might have a high blood pressure,
okay,
and it's not necessarily going to be a prolonged thing or an ongoing thing.
Okay.
It may just be temporarily. Because, okay, like you can have a high BP because you're exercising. That's a normal physiological response to exercise.
Okay.
Your blood pressure will go up, your heart rate will go up.
Right.
In that case, that's a high BP. resulting from exercise.
And that's very temporary.
From activities, that's temporary because it's go back to normal.
Right.
But when you persistently have a high blood pressure and over time, and it does not go down unless you use medication, or, you know, in that case, then you already know that that's hypertension.
Okay.
So that's constantly happening.
Okay. So if I asked you to define hypertension.
Hypertension. Yeah, hypertension is it's a chronic heart condition that results from a very high tension. You know, it's basically a function of the tension at which the heart pushes blood into the systemic circulation.
Okay.
So I'm talking about the arteries
in
the body. Hypertension is basically a force, it's a product of the force with which the heart pushes the blood into the systemic circulation to supply the body.
Okay.
So the resistance that the heart gets from the walls of the arteries gives the heart the signal to work more to be able to push the blood, or else the blood will not be able to go through. It may be that the arteries are narrowed, you know, or from atherosclerotic plaques, something that clogs in the walls of the artery, or the artery itself is just not, maybe from aging or because of some other conditions in the body, the arteries are kind of weak and they're unable to really function properly.
Okay.
So all those things can result in hypertension. So it's just the force with which the heart pushes the blood. It's the resistance the heart gets.
From the
and then the heart
arteries.
is doing more to push the blood into the systemic circulation. So that that results in a high blood pressure, which is constant. And when it constantly happens like that, it becomes a chronic condition, and that's hypertension.
Okay. So apart from that, the faster beating of the heart, you know, and all that, what are the symptoms of hypertension?
This is a faster heartbeat is not hypertension.
Yeah. Okay. You see? Because
It's like, just the pressure.
This thing you're giving me, you're always making my, you know.
Yeah, that's basically, you know, if you're having a faster
but
heartbeat.
if it is continuous, like you said, then it can be high blood pressure, which can be hypertension. Yes.
Not necessarily. You don't necessarily. You don't. They are separate things.
Okay.
We have the pulse.
Okay.
A heart rate, and we have blood pressure.
Okay.
The heart rate is measured in beats per minute. How the heart beats. You know, we talked about cardiac arrest in the last episode.
Yes.
So the heart's electrical system, it goes through what we call the cardiac cycle. So when the heart goes every cycle, every time the blood pushes, the heart squeezes and pushes blood out to the systemic circulation, the heart beats.
Okay.
That's the pulse.
Okay.
That's different from the pressure that the heart is getting from the arteries that supply the body.
Okay, so there's no
it's not like there's no correlation. They are all vitals. They are vital signs in the body.
Okay.
And they are all a function of the heart, how the heart works.
Okay.
But they are different things. They're different from what we're saying now. We're talking about hypertension. So basically in hypertension, the blood pressure is too high. And it's chronically high like that. And what's making it high? There are a range of factors.
Okay.
And we're going to be talking about those.
Okay, awesome. Yes, so now maybe you want to tell us about those things before we go to the symptoms of somebody who is hypertensive.
Okay. So the hypertension they're different. Let me talk about different types of hypertension. We have what we call an essential hypertension or primary hypertension. An essential hypertension does not really have a known cause. It may be that you as an individual have a familiar tendency towards it. You know, if any of your parents is hypertensive, there's a likelihood that you're predisposed to having hypertension.
Oh, wow.
And if both of your parents have it, there's even a double chances of you having hypertension.
Wow.
Yeah, as an individual. And hypertension can result from So I was talking about essential hypertension. Another form of hypertension is the one that can be acquired from diseases in the body.
Okay.
So in that case, this sort of hypertension results from conditions like diabetes, conditions like a congenital, an underlying heart disease that results in it. And also, it may be as a result of obesity, poor diets, and all of these things that results in hypertension.
Oh, do you mean, sorry to cut in, but do you mean that when there's so much stress from the children or from the spouse and all that?
Yeah, from stress. Stress can result in hypertension.
Oh, okay.
Emotional stress can result in hypertension.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it can result in hypertension. Hypertension has a range of things that can result in. There's so many things that can result in hypertension in people having it. A patient who has hypertension leads to kidney disease.
It does?
It does lead to kidney disease. We'll get there.
Okay.
Anyway, when we start talking about complications of hypertension. But we're still talking about the causes now.
Yes, the causes.
So it may be resulting from something like an underlying pathology, like conditions that individuals have. In that case, it's more like an acquired sort of hypertension.
Okay.
So we have that I mentioned diabetes may result in it. We have situations where people have underlying heart condition that may result in hypertension. We have situations where people are just generally inactive. Inactivity can result in hypertension.
Inactivity?
Yeah, inactivity. If you're not very active, you're not very fit, you can have hypertension.
Wow.
And that's why obesity can result in it. Because these are all predisposing factors to hypertension. And your diet, obviously. That's why we always advise people to go on low sodium diets.
I wanted to ask, is there anything in particular that we consume that might be a trigger, that might,
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of other things. But people tend to think that it's only salt that has sodium. Salt is just a combination of sodium and chlorine. And that particular taste of salt that you taste in that salt is actually chlorine, not sodium. But sodium is the main, is the culprit. It's the one that helps the body, because with sodium, when you have excess sodium in your body, it triggers the body to retain excess fluid, water. And when the body has excess fluid, it increases the load on the heart, and that's why the blood pressure rises.
Can you tell us like one or two other things that has sodium in it?
Oh, well, the other thing, if you go to the supermarket, you see the food, all this food that you buy and all that, you can look at them and look at the sodium sort of content. Sodium is good for the body, but it cannot be too much. When it's too much, you have to cut down on it. Okay. It's one of those things that primarily may result in hypertension.
Wow.
And, like a lot of us from the black community, we sort of have certain diets. We use sodium chloride a lot, which is salt.
Yeah.
And that's the main source of sodium in our system. And we use it excessively. And when it's excessive, it triggers the body to retain water. And when the body retains too much water, it's an overload for the heart. And the heart does a lot to push the blood and to push the old fluid in the body and blood, into the systemic circulation. And that's hypertension. Hypertension can result from age too.
Okay.
Age is a factor. Race is a factor. The black race are more predisposed to having hypertension than the black race and then the white race.
Oh.
Yes.
Products and services, count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346 426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Like this, I can't do like talking videos.
But don't tell me you have a purple card.
When you talk about Parkinson's disease now, the white race, they are more prone to having it. So all these diseases have some sort of race-specific kind of predisposition. Okay. You know, wow. We have the gender. The male, they are highly likely to have hypertension. The male? Male, yeah.
Wow, and that's surprising because usually...
That's not surprising,
no,
really.
Usually they're like, the women, you this child, you'll not kill me, you know. Oh, this man has done this thing again, and you know.
But what you want to understand is that we male, I'm not being chauvinistic here.
Okay.
But male are more predisposed to a lot of stress. We wake up, we work harder, we do a lot of things that
you work
are
hard.
Physically demanding.
You meant we work hard, not like we work harder.
Okay, we work hard. Anyway, yeah, so Black African, they're more prone to it. The male gender are more prone to having hypertension.
Wow.
From the age of 64, they're more prone to having hypertension. Wow. But hypertension can occur at any age, really. You know, kids can have it. The kids with congenital heart condition can have hypertension. But, you know, a lot of the time, you have to be above the age of 40 for you to start having that kind of symptom. But if you have that family predisposition to having hypertension, you're highly likely to have it even before the age.
Wow.
Yeah.
We will come to the symptoms now, and maybe some things that one could have, might have to do immediately to maybe stop the progress of, if that can be done, or at least reduce, you know, the chances of, you know, getting this thing all messed up. We'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, it'll be time to tell you the symptoms of hypertension and some other things. Don't go anywhere.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA Office, 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist.
Increase your worth. Get ahead. Invest in yourself. We make it easy for you at School of Business and Technology, SB Tech, by making you have a flexible schedule, fast career in database administration, human resources management, nursing assistance, project management, computer support tech, A+, GED, ESL. Our place, your place, in person also. 9888 Business Street, Suite 460, Houston, Texas 77036. Call now at 713-808-9728 or 281-777-5822. Visit us at www.sbtech.education. SB Tech Job Placement Assistance is available.
Being a #1 in authentic African cuisine has made us not to stop dishing out the best to our customers. Check out some of our delicacies in African food today. We also cater for both indoor and outdoor parties. Finger Licking Restaurant 2.0. Check our all-day coffee tea spots out. Open on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We deliver with Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Drop Off. Finger Licking 2.0, 98178 Business Street, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 713-270-7070. Come for an authentic African cuisine.
You're welcome back, and we are still talking about hypertension. You know, that was revelatory for me to hear that men are more prone to hypertension. Okay, let's keep learning. What are the symptoms of hypertension? What types of hypertension are there? What can be done? Dr. Fash.
Yeah, thank you, Bukola.
Well,
over time, yeah, this is it's a recurring question by patients a lot of the time. You know, what are the symptoms? Hypertension, unfortunately, do not give signs that you have it.
Wow.
You know, a lot of the time, patient would not be aware that they're hypertensive unless they have their blood pressure checked. That's why some people, they go for a routine check and they find out that their blood pressure is high. The primary care physician might feel more concerned and he might want to like put them on some sort of a cardiac monitoring for a few days just to be able to establish their diagnosis of hypertension.
Okay.
You know, there are a bunch of other things that they would do to sort of establish that they are actually hypertensive.
Okay.
So it's a lot of the time hypertension does not give you any signs, and that's why it's important for people, especially when you're above the age of 40, always try to check your blood pressure, you know, as frequently as you can. Even some people even try to like get a monitor, the blood pressure monitor at home, the sphygmomanometer. You know, just get it at home and check your blood pressure. It's very important because you never know when your blood pressure will be dangerously high to a level whereby you can have an hemorrhagic stroke.
Wow.
You know, the individual will still be very okay. Only a few people might have a little bit of a headache, you know, but not so many people. So many people will just go like that without knowing that their blood pressure is actually high. Unless they get it checked.
Wow.
So, but a few people might have a little episode of headache and maybe palpitation of some sort and stuff, but most people will go like that without it. And if it gets to a dangerous level, and it's been identified that a dangerous level of blood pressure of 180 over 100 or over 120 or something, it's a dangerous level that it can actually result in a stroke.
Wow.
So it's a clinical emergency. If I check your blood pressure here and I realize you're like 180 over 180
over 120.
120. You need to be admitted, you know. Your cardiologist needs to be with you right there.
Okay.
So no
symptoms
really.
per se.
Per se.
So once you're above 40, you just need to start checking one's blood pressure.
Yeah, even if you're below 40, you can still check your blood pressure, especially if you're one that has a familiar tendency to having hypertension or you have some underlying cardiac problems that can predispose you to having hypertension. Maybe you're diabetic type 2 already. You may need to like check.
Oh, okay. I also heard that there's something called gestational hypertension.
Oh yes, gestational hypertension. It's just one of those type of hypertension that results from pregnancy. You know, there's a cascade of conditions that result from pregnancy.
It's not easy, man.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things that happen in pregnancy. Gestational hypertension is temporary. For people who were not hypertensive before pregnancy. So after like 3 months and their whole body is returning to normal, that's highly likely to disappear. Yeah, gestational hypertension. But if it's not managed well, it can result in conditions like it can be complicated. So there's this classification in pregnancy. We have the gestational hypertension and there's a preeclampsia.
Okay.
You know, preeclampsia is when the hypertension is and it's now coming with proteinuria. So the individual is urinating protein.
Oh.
The pregnant woman is urinating protein. That's preeclampsia. So that's that's a form of hypertension, but it's progressing like in combination. Now we now have another condition called eclampsia. Eclampsia has to do with convulsion in pregnancy. So all of these are associated with high blood pressure in pregnancy. You know, so but that's not what we're talking about today, but it's
That's
important
a whole
to
lot.
be monitored.
I think we need to talk about that.
Yeah, it's important too, because you know, as a pregnant lady, some of them might not really be checking their blood pressure, thinking everything is okay, only for them to just do a routine check and they realize their blood pressure is elevated or is way up there.
Wow.
And that's gestational hypertension if they realize that it's constant. And it's like that.
And it needs to be managed so that it doesn't graduate to
So at that point
something
in time, they need to be managed. That needs to be managed on its own. As they're managing the pregnancy,
they're managing the hypertension.
That, yes, so that it doesn't result in preeclampsia. Because preeclampsia or eclampsia can actually result in, it can be fatal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
so what other types of hypertension are there?
Like I said, I mentioned the essential hypertension, which is the one that it's more like a natural one. And I mentioned the one that can result from other conditions in the body, like other comorbidities, you know, in the body. And I mentioned the gestational that you just so those are the types of hypertension that we have.
Okay. So it can be cured, right?
100%? Hypertension can be cured. It cannot be cured.
What?
It cannot.
It cannot.
It cannot be cured. Well, medically.
Okay.
You know, I like to put that disclaimer. Medically, it cannot be cured, but it can be managed.
Okay.
You know, just like I said, a little bit of disclaimer here. If you check your blood pressure, it's very important for us to check our blood pressure. If you check your blood pressure and you realize that your blood pressure is higher than normal, a normal blood pressure is 120/80. You know, if it's something higher than that or more elevated, maybe in the ranges of 130/90 or 140/90 or 150s, and it's constantly like that, you might need to get with your primary care physician. He will be able to help you. All right, we're just here to give information. We're not here to treat. So please get with your primary care physician. Disclaimer.
Okay, so in 30 seconds, now that we know that it cannot be totally cured as it were, but it can be managed. Is there one or two things that you want to tell the people before we wrap up?
Yes, one of the things that you will be advised is lifestyle modification. Okay. You wanna, if you are the one that is sedentary, you wanna get more active. That can actually help to reverse, not like reverse in that sense, but it can actually help to decrease the progression of it, or get it more complicated. And there are people who have even done their exercises and they've been very fit and all that, and their blood pressure becomes normal. Yeah, it happens. You know, also you want to get with your primary care physician, get your medications, make sure you take your medications as prescribed, and also diet. Low sodium diet, very important, because sodium, it's good, but at the same time, if it's in excess, it's not good for the body. So diets, lifestyle changes like exercising, you know, avoid sedentary lifestyle, and lose some weight. If you're obese, that's very important, because if I'm looking at you, if you're obese, the first thing that will come to my mind is what are the conditions that are associated with this condition? Diabetes, hypertension, and all the sort of conditions that will result, you know, from being obese. So it's important for us to watch the weight and watch what you eat and all that. That's about it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Fash. From all these sessions we've had, one thing that's been constant, apart from those who have maybe it's hereditary, I think most of these things have to do with lifestyle.
Lifestyle modification, yeah.
Modifications. So we really have a lot to do, right? So help us God. Okay, thank you everyone for being here today. I'm sure you've learned one or two things. I've surely learned a lot. And yes, we are thankful to our doctor in the house. Thank you, Dr. Fash.
Thank you
We
for having me today.
We appreciate you. And yes, that's it for today. And until I come your way again with another informative session. My name is Bukola Sarah, and I'm thanking everyone behind the camera, Georgina Bracco, my executive director, SHINA OYINLOLA. Thank you for being so resourceful. Thank you for making this happen. And until we come your way again, don't forget, every other thing can wait, but your health cannot wait. See you.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your products and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Bisonet Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.